to show you a scratch game I made. Um, yeah, bad news. I forgot to record me making this, so I'll just coach you through this. You can copy it down. Maybe you got it on your TV, you got a computer somewhere else. Alright, but anyways, this is some code I have. So so when I receive play forever, if pressing D, change X by 10, and if pressing A, if key A is pressed, then change X by -10. And what that does is it lets you move up and down. So uh, spoiler, I'm gonna have it so that play hide back. So I'm gonna make it so that he is going to wait 1 sec. The cat. I hate this. All right, so now he doesn't make a difference. Don't worry, that won't harm anything in the code. But so what that does is when you press, also this game is made like WASD position, but so now if you press A, and D, also I'll explain why this is happening later, but when you press W or when you press A and D and stuff, all that stuff, um, you get to move back and forth. If you wanted to make it so that he could go up and down, this is like a jump I made basically, but if you wanted to make it so he can actually go up and down at will, um, you do W. If W click change S by if W clicked change Y by 10. If S is clicked, forever if S is clicked, change Y by -10, and then that would let him move up and down at will. But yeah, so wait, in fact, I think I might actually, nah, that's not it. But yeah, so this is what it does, and W, let me explain this. So this is basically like a little hop. You can get out of a fishy situation like this, but when you click W, so when you click play, show if W key is pressed, he'll do a little tiny hop, and glide 1 sec to those coordinates. You can make it wherever you want, and wait 0.5 seconds. Again, you can make that whatever you want. That just affects how long he stays in the air. And glide 1 also affects how fast he glides. And then he'll glide down to these coordinates. Yeah, like I said, you can change all of that if you want to. Um, when I receive message 1, um, he's gonna go to those coordinates. And I'll show you message 1, how that's broadcasted in a minute. But he'll go to those coordinates, which is explains this where get teleported back. And when W is clicked, or when I receive W, he's gonna hide and switch to backdrop 3. When he switches to backdrop 3, backdrop 3 is the losing screen, by the way. You can change that up too. You can also change the background of the main screen and the title screen, but hide. So when he receives W, he's gonna hide. That's another thing that we'll dive into later. All right, now I think that's all that's covered. Oh yeah, also when the green flag is clicked, you don't want him to show at first. But this is, the thing. Also, I'm only going to show you two of these red bars because two of them are just copies. But when I receive play, he's going to show and he's going to change color effect by 2, which gives the illusion that's part of the background, which I'll show you the background later. But when green flag clicked forever, this is just like a safety lock thing. You don't need to do it. He's gonna stay in that position. So even if you drag him during the edit when you're editing, he'll never move. Wonder if I can actually drag him right. Yeah. So you can see him right now. This is what it is, and it's changing colors. That's why it's blue. But the sprite's actually red. And you see, it just went all the way back. Now going back to this, when I receive W hide again, like I said, we'll dive into W later. But when the green flag is clicked forever, if touching sprite 1, broadcast message 1. And message 1 is the message that makes the cat go back to this position. And that also applies to this one. And then when the green flag is clicked, at first you don't want this guy to show, so hide. And then Sprite 4. Sprite 4 is a symmetrical copy, even if the code doesn't really look like it, but it is. Sprite 5 is also exact copy. Also, the only thing that's different about these ones is if you want to put the child safety lock on it, then change the coordinates. Also, for these two that are but for the ones that are standing up, like this one and this one, you're gonna want to make them rotated at 0 degrees. And also, I'll show you the costume for one. This is the costume for all of them, but it's just this red line, so it gives the illusion that, yeah. Now, I'm only going to show you one of these letters, but, oh, I didn't mean that. Alright. This applies for all the letters at the start, but when I receive play, he's going to hide because, play, sneak peek, when you click the start button, that he'll broadcast play, but when he receives play, he's going to hide because he's just part of the title screen. But when the green flag is flicked, he is going to show. And to make your life way easier, you're going to do this to all of the letters. You can also name this game whatever you want, but you're going to drag it. And if you see that around them go green, or if it's like shaky and you let go, that means that it applied to it. So, and then finally, well, not finally. There's uh, two other ones, but the play button. Not very complicated. When the green flag is clicked show, when he receives play hide, and it's funny because he's the one broadcasting play, but when this sprite is clicked, so when they click on the play button, it'll broadcast message, it'll broadcast play. And yeah, that's basically that. Not much else to say about it. This is the evil cat. Yeah, he's hide or show. He's still gliding around. It's just if he touches the cat, it doesn't make a difference while he's hiding. But don't worry. I just did this temporarily, but it'll all go back to normal when I restart the game. But forever. But first I'll dive into this. Forever, when he receives play, he's gonna show, and he's forever gonna glide to a random position. So making different things happen. When the green flag is clicked, forever, if he's touching sprite 1, which is the cat, um, then he will broadcast message W. I honestly should have made it message L now that I think about it, but oh well, I was just too lazy. I just clicked W. You can change the message to whatever you want. And you also hide once that happens. And when the green flag is clicked, you also hide. Also, the costume. I made him look evil just so that he looked more like a bad guy. Personally, I don't like cats. I think all of them are evil, but uh, no offense to anyone who has a cat. I do like some cats, but not a lot of them. Dogs are better. And yeah, this is all. Oh crap, my computer's in battery. All right, really quickly, I'm gonna show you. So when I receive play forever change by backdrop 2, that explains the that one thing, and and yeah, that forever explains that one thing. When the green flag is clicked, he's gonna switch to backdrop 2, and when I receive play, switch to backdrop 1. Actually, don't clear all graphic effects. That means that he's not gonna switch colors anymore. Sorry if I'm hurrying. It's just my computer's at low battery. Wait, what percent? 30%. Okay, I think I still have a little bit of time. But if you can change this to whatever color you want, but this is what I did so that the other things would work. This is the start screen, and yes, yeah. Um, and then this is the you lose screen. Um, that's backdrop 3. All right, I will see y'all in the next video, hopefully, and all right, see you later. Goodbye.